Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we have some big news about version 5.6. So, let's get into it. Something unusual is happening in GenshinImpact version 5.6. If you've been following the story since the beginning, this will probably catch your attention. We're actually getting a new Archon quest in MONDSTADT. Yes, MONDSTADT, while we're still in Natlan. This is the first time in the game's history that an Archon quest returns to a previous region while the main progression is happening somewhere else. And it's not just a small side story or a world quest. This is a full Act 4 of the MONDSTADT Archon quest. This quest will focus on Durin, the same Durin from the dragonspine lore. The mysterious creature Albedo seems to have some connection to. But this time, it's not just old stories. Durin is coming back into the spotlight in an active, story-driven way, and we'll even meet a mini Durin. That alone sounds both suspiciously cute and terrifying. Normally, we expect Archon quests to move us forward from Mondstadt to Liyue to Inazuma and so on, with each nation getting its own arc. But now we're circling back, which suggests that Mondstadt still holds some unfinished threads. It also hints that future Archon quests might not be strictly tied to one nation anymore, opening up a lot of storytelling possibilities. Albedo, Alice, and even Barbeloth will play a role in this quest. The fun twist? Alice and Barbeloth will appear, but not in their actual human forms. Instead, they'll show up in the form of Dodoko again. If you played the Golden Apple Archipelago event, you probably remember Alice trolling everyone through chaotic voice messages and reality-bending islands. That event was fun, but also showed just how powerful and eccentric she is. And now she's back, kind of, but still not fully present. Even more interesting, Barbeloth is finally making an appearance. She's Mona's master and one of the most mysterious characters in Genshin. She's also from the same Hexencircle circle as Alice, meaning both of them are among the most powerful mages in Teyvat. We've been hearing about Barbeloth since Mona's character story way back in version 1.0, and now she's technically in the game, but not in the way many of us hoped. This update also introduces a weekly boss, but not through an Archon quest like usual. Instead, this boss is being introduced through someone's story quest. That's a rare move, making the quest feel a lot more impactful. It won't just be a lore drop, but will also push the gameplay forward. We're getting 2 cutscenes as well, one for the story and one that plays during the boss battle itself. It sounds like it's going to be cinematic. Honestly, it's a little frustrating. These are some of the most hyped-up characters in the lore, especially Alice, who is not only Klee's mom, but also responsible for some of the weirdest and most creative moments in the game. And now, with Barbeloth finally appearing in a major Archon quest, you'd think this would be the moment to reveal their designs. But instead, they're reduced to Dodoko forms again. It's cute, sure, but I know I'm not the only one thinking, just give us their actual models already. It feels like the devs are holding back on purpose, maybe saving them for something even bigger later on, or perhaps they're just not ready to commit to full designs yet. Either way, it's disappointing that we're so deep into the story, getting huge lore reveals, but still haven't actually seen these characters who are supposedly shaping so much behind the scenes. Shifting gears a bit, but still staying in the 5.6 zone, let's talk about Dahlia. You might have heard this name floating around for a while. In version 5.6, Dahlia will appear as an NPC, but from what we've heard, he's not just some side character. It looks like he's being set up for a proper release as a playable character later, maybe in 5.7 or 5.8. Now, something that might be flying under the radar but could be a big deal in the future, the new reaction being tested in version 5.6's Imaginarium Theater. This isn't a regular elemental reaction applied to the whole game, at least, not yet. For now, it looks like a localized buff that only works in the theater. Interestingly, he's a sword user, which gives us some room to imagine his play style. We don't have solid info about his element or exact mechanics yet, so for now, it's speculation. But introducing him as an NPC first feels like a classic setup. This approach also gives the devs some flexibility. They might tweak his personality, adjust his design, or even change his element based on player reaction. So keep an eye on him, because once we see him in 5.6, we might start picking up hints about his role in the story or how he'll fit into team synergies. Here's how it works. Cryo plus Dendro creates these thorns, 2 max, and if you add Electro to those thorns, they become super thorns. It's an interesting mechanic that echoes the usual elemental system, but with an extra step. And the fact that it's limited to the Imaginarium Theater reminds me of how Genshin sometimes tests new mechanics in events or side modes before rolling them out globally. That makes me wonder, are they experimenting with a new elemental reaction that could be introduced into the main game later on? Right now, Dendro and Cryo don't interact in the standard reaction system, so this could be a test bed, a prototype. If it works well, maybe because it encourages creative team comps or opens up new play styles, we might see it added to the core game. Imagine the synergy possibilities. Right now, reactions like Hyperbloom and Aggravate dominate the meta for Dendro, but introducing Cryo into that mix could create a whole new niche. It would also give Cryo characters, who sometimes feel a bit left out of modern team comps, more reasons to be used again. Characters like Ganyu, Rosaria, or even Layla could benefit, especially if Super Thorns end up scaling off Elemental Mastery or something interesting like Resistance Penetration or Defense Reduction. That's all speculation for now, but it's fun to think about. What do you all think? Are you excited to return to Mondstadt in the middle of Natlan's storyline? Do you think Dahlia will become a fan favorite, or is it too early to tell? And what's your take on the Thorn and Super Thorn reaction? Could this be Genshin slowly paving the way for new elemental combos? If you have theories about Mini Durin or how Alice will actually look into Doko form, definitely share them. We're entering some very weird and very fun territory in 5.6. So what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.